All right, I think we are live. So, hello everyone. Good evening. How are you all? If you are there, then just write hi, just write good evening or whatever you want. So, guys, in this class, we're gonna learn. First, we're gonna solve 15 questions on number data type that we did in the last class. All right. And after that, we're gonna start strings. We're gonna learn about strings, like what are strings and all that. And like that's what we're gonna do in today's class. All right. So if you are watching me, then you can write hi or whatever you want. Okay. All right, fine. So I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna share my screen with you. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen with you, and I will let me share my screen. Okay, here we go. So guys, you can see that I'm sharing my screen, and as you can see, this is what we did in the last class. This is what we did in the last class. In last class, we talk about number data type. We talk about integers. We talk about floating point number, complex number. The spelling of complex number is wrong. Complex number. We talk about arithmetic operators, like how we can add, subtract, and all that. Okay. Then we talk about type conversion, how we can convert integer to a floating point number or a floating point number to an integer, like that. And we talk about very very important, that is modules in Python. We talk about two modules. First one is math module, and then we talk about random module. All right, this is the one, random. Now what we're gonna do, see, we're gonna solve questions. So we're gonna practice number data type. All right, so we're gonna practice number data type. Fine. So what we're gonna do in the number data type? What we're gonna do in the number data type? In this one, we're gonna solve 14 to 15 questions. Okay. So I'm gonna start with a very simple question. Very simple. That is, let me write it down. I'm gonna start with a very simple question. That is, let's go with the first question, which is create three variables and print them. It's very simple. All right. So this is the first question. It's saying that create three variables and print them. So we have to create three variables. So let's go with first variable. Let's go with name equals to Mike. Age is 65, and job is Mike is in security. All right. So these are the three variables, and now I want to print them out. So I will write print name. If I want, I can print them together like this. And now if I run the code, you will see that it is running, and I'm running it after a long time, so it will take few seconds. Okay, so just wait for few seconds. So mm, it is still running. It's still running. All right, it is taking a bit time. So you can see that we have we printed three variables: Mike and its age, his age, and job. All right, so this is our first question, so easy. Now we're gonna solve second question, and it's saying that find the data type of variables. So to find the data type of a variable, okay, we have to find the type of data. So go with these three variables only. So let's suppose I have these three variables, and here instead of two strings, I want job is true. Like Mike is 65, but he's still doing a job. Let's go with this. All right, he's still doing a job. So which platform are you using? See, Techie Talks, I'm using, this is actually a Google Collab. It's a Google Collab. All right, you can see that it's collab.research.google.com. All right, so why I'm using it? Because after writing my code and all, I can share the file with you. It's all live, it's online, so I can share the file with you, and you can check the file online. So that's why I'm using Google Colab. And if you are into data science or data analysis, then for that we use Google Colab a lot. Okay. So now here we have to find here we have to check the type of data. So how? Like how to do it? We can do simple one thing. We can write a print, and we can write type of name. All right. Type is an inbuilt function that we have in Python that we use to check the data type. So print type of name. Now again, if I want to check the type of data of age, I will write print type of age. So you know that name is a string, right? This mic here is a string, so we are getting string means str. String means text. All right. And this age here is a number, and in number it's an integer, so we are getting integer. And now if I print the type of job like this, then I'm going to get true here. Why? Because true is a boolean data type. What? True is a boolean data type. Easy. So this is a second question. I hope you understand. Now let's move towards a third question, which is take two numbers from the user and perform arithmetic operations. What? We have to take the input from the user. All right, we have to take the input from the user, and we have to perform arithmetic operations. That's what we have to do. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you that how you can take the input from the user. Let's suppose you want to take the input, like let's suppose you want to take the age as an input from the user, right? Because we always give input. Like if you are opening a new Instagram account, you have to write your username, you have to provide your date of birth, you have to write your password, email, and all that. At that time, what you are doing, you are giving an input. So that's what we're going to learn, that how we can take input from the user. So for that, we have something called input function. We have this input. So what it will do, it will let you take the input from the user. All right. See, if I run the code, you will see that it is asking me for the input. I have a cell here, I have a small box, and now I can write whatever I want. I can write whatever I want. I can write, we are learning Python and all. And now if I run the code, you will see that we are learning Python. So this is how we can take input from the user. Now, if you are taking input from the user, then of course you have to store that input somewhere, right? So I can do one thing. I can store it inside a variable num, or let's suppose a equals to this. So what I'm doing, actually, I'm storing this input inside a variable a. Now, one more thing, we don't know what kind of input we want. Like the user don't know what kind of input we want, so we can tell the user that you have to write your name, or you have to write your email, or you have to write a password, right? Easy. So what we can do, we can tell the user that enter a number. We can tell the user that you have to enter a number. You don't have to enter any text, or you don't have to enter any word and all that. No, you have to enter a number. All right, guys, if you have any doubt, let me know. All right, so you have to enter a number. So now I can enter a number. Let's go with 12. Okay, now nothing is happening because this is all the code I have written till now. Now we have to take how many numbers? We have to take two numbers from the user. So I'm gonna again create a variable b equals to input, and I will write enter second number like this. And now if I run the code, you will see that I will run the code. You will see that first I have to enter a number. Okay, let's go with 4. Then hit enter. Then again it is asking me to enter second number. Now this time I will write 10 here. Now if I run the code, you will see that I mean nothing is happening. But yeah, this is how we can take the input from the user. Now we have to perform arithmetic operations. Okay, so let's add them. So to add them, what I can do, I can write here print a plus b like this. I can write print a plus b. Easy. Okay, this is easy. Now if again run the code, you will see that enter a number 5, enter a number 10, and I'm getting 510. See, this is interesting. I'm getting 510. 5 plus 10 should be 15, but here I'm getting 510. And why is that? What if he enters a string? Yeah, that's why we are actually telling the user that you have to enter a number, you don't have to enter a string, so that user can give the right input. You're right, actually. So that's why I have written a text that you have to enter a number, not a string. Okay, techie. But Here is the issue. Here you're getting 510. Why you're getting 510? Because if I print the type of A and print the type of B, you will see something different. You will see something different. Let me run the code. Here I will write 5 again, then 10 again, and you can see that it is giving me a class of str. It is giving me a class of string. You can see that we are getting a class of string. We are getting a class of str. What I mean by that? I mean that it's not a number. This A and B, they are not numbers, they are strings. Why? Because input will always returns a string. Okay, whenever you use input, whatever you write, if you write a string, then of course it's a string. But if you write, still if the user is illiterate, okay, I'm telling you, all right. See, uh input will always return a string. So even like if you're writing a string, then it's fine. But if you're writing a number, even though if you're writing a number, it will always convert that number into a string. All right, it will always convert that number into a string. So that's our job, to convert that string back to the number. What? It's our job to convert that string back to number. So how we can do that? I think we did it. I think we learned this in the last class, that how we can use, how we can do typecasting. See, this is what we did. We learn about typecasting, right? We learn about typecasting. Okay, how to convert int to float and all that. So this is like that is exactly what we are doing here. I'm gonna write here int, and I will write, and like I will put everything inside the parenthesis like this, and again I will convert this one also to integer like this. Okay, so we are converting. Yes, actually, interviews ask such question. For that, we, like if you are writing code for the interview level, so then of course you can use a function. For that, we actually use a function. So we write these code in a function. Okay, but right now I cannot teach you function, because first we have to learn about strings, then we will learn about loops and if else condition, then we will learn about some other data types like dictionaries, lists and all that, and then we will move towards function. All right, so you're actually right, but we will do this, we will solve this issue with the help of functions, where we will learn about try and expect and all that. All right. All right, so now you understand this is what is happening. Now again, if I run the code, you will see that it is asking me to enter a number. I will write 5, enter a number again, let's go with 10, and now you can see that I'm getting the right result, which is 15. Okay. Sunil is asking, is it possible to write two input variables in one variable? See, if you writing two input variables in, first of all, input is not a variable, but let's suppose if you are writing two inputs in a single variable, then let's suppose if you're storing two different types of value, right? Then it's not gonna work. All right, so you can only use one input for one variable. All right, you can only use one input for one variable. But yes, you can give input, you can give few inputs, but if you want different numbers, then you have to use two inputs. Okay, I hope you understand this one. All right. Okay, so this is a second question. Now again, if I just teach you one more time. So here we have these two inputs and we have to perform arithmetic operations. So what I will do now, I will just write print a plus b like this. All right, I have to write a plus b, then I can write a minus b, then I can write a multiply by b, then I can write a divide by b. All right, and now we have floor. I hope you know about floor. And we have modulo. I hope you know about modulo or modulus. Okay, now if I run the code, you will see that I'm gonna give her 10 first number, 5 second number. Now if I run the code, you will see that we have first addition, so we are getting 15, then we have subtraction 5, multiplication 50, division 2.0, and we have floor. Floor will always give you an integer, a whole number, right? So we have 2 here, and the remainder is actually 0. Okay, understand? Easy. So this is how we perform arithmetic operations on two numbers, and these are the inputs by the user. Understand, guys? I hope you understand, Sunil and Techie. I hope you understand. So this is our third question. Now let's move on to the fourth question. All right, let's move on to the fourth question. So fourth question is actually simple. So I'm just gonna do one thing. I'm gonna copy it. Okay, I'm gonna copy like, where is our fourth question? This is our fourth question. I'm gonna write here code. Okay, so this is our fourth question. Here we have to perform floor division and find the output. This is simple, but the point is that we're gonna take the input from the user. All right. So let's suppose I want to take input from the user. Again, I have to write a equals to int like this input, and I will write enter a number. Okay, like this. Then again, I will ask one more input like this input, and I will write enter second number. Now, guys, the point is that if you are performing floor division, then instead of input, you can also ask for the float, float, float. You can also ask for floating point number. Like this is also fine. All right, if floating point number, this is also fine. Okay, because user might give 2.3 or 3.3 and all that, so you can also the floating point number. Now what we have to do, we have to perform floor division. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna write a print a slash slash b like this, and now if I run the code, you will see that I'm gonna give 10 here, and the second number is 3.33 whatever, and I'm getting 3 here. Easy. This is easy. If you know how floor works, then this is easy for you. Okay, so this is our fourth question. Now I'm gonna write our fifth question. Okay, so our fifth question, let's go with fifth one is also very simple. All right, here we have find the remainder of three numbers. So what we have to do, we have to find the remainder of three numbers. Okay, so what we can do, we can take the input from the user again. So we're gonna take three inputs from the user. We're gonna write a equals to float. It is actually giving me, you know, code, and I want to use this code, but I'm gonna write it from myself. Is all right. Enter second number like this. Okay, and c equals to float again, and then input again, then enter third number like this. Okay, now we have to find what, we have to find the remainder of three numbers. How do we find remainder, guys? How we can find the remainders of three number? By using modulus operator or modulo. So all I have to do is that if I want, I can write a modulus b. If I want, I can write b modulus c. See, the point is that the question is not saying which, what you exactly have to do. So you can do something like this: a modulus b, and then again modulus c. You can do something like this. I hope you understand what I'm trying to teach you. Okay. Enter a number. Let's go with 15. Second number is 5. And now if I run the, all right, third number is 4. Now if I run the code, you will see that I'm getting this output. Yes, modulus. Okay. So we use modulus to find the remainder of a number. All right. We use modulus to find the remainder. So these five questions, they were so easy. They were actually so easy. Now we're gonna move to the sixth question, and the sixth question is saying that we have to use the round function. If you don't know, then we have a round function in Python. We have a round function. Whenever we want to round any number, we use round function. Okay. So we have to round these numbers. We have to round this 12.4, 12.5, 12.9, 15.76. If you know round function, then can you please tell me what will be the result of 12.4? What will be the result of these numbers? If you know, if you have any idea about uh, round function, like how they work, then can you please tell me, Sunil? If you know, then please let me know how this work. What will be the result? See, if I write here print a round of 12.4, what will be the answer? If I print round of 12.5, what will be the answer? If I print round again, then 12.9, what will be the answer? And now if I use print round of what is the number? The number is 15.76. All right, round of 15. I have to write 15.76. All right, now if I run the code, what will be the answer? Sunil, no idea. You don't know how round function work, huh? I think round function मैंने पढ़ा ही नहीं क्या? Okay, see, the round will actually round up or down any number. All right, see here we have 12.4. So whenever you have a number which is less than, you know, whose decimals are 12.1 or zero point 0.2 or zero point 0.3 or zero point 0.4, then you will always get the lower integer, which is 12. So here we have 12.4, we're going to get 12. If we were having it to 12.3 or 12.2 or 12.1, we would have get 12 only, but here we have 12.5. So 0.51 is interesting, I will teach you, but here we have 12.9, which is again 12.9 will give you 13, it will round up. And here we have 15.76, again it will be round up, easy. So now if I run the code, you will see that it's gonna give me 12, 12, 13, and 16. This is easy, right? We're gonna get 12, 12, and 13 and 16. But this one is interesting. See, here I'm having 12.5, and what I'm getting 12. But suppose if I were having 13.5, I'm having 12.5 and I'm getting 12. If I were having 13.5, then I should get 13, right? I should get 13. Now if I run the code, you will see I'm not getting 13 here, I'm getting 14 here. See, I'm getting 14. So this one is a bit tricky, that's all. This one is a bit tricky. That's also how this work. This work like this. If you have even number like 12.5, so 12 is an even number. If you have even number, then you will get 12 as an answer. It will always choose an even number, right? If you have 12.5, it will always choose an even number. Why? Because see, 12.5 between it is between 12 and 13, right? 12.5 is between 12 and 13. So whenever you have zero point 0.5, this is only for the zero point 0.5 case. If you have zero point 0.5, you will always get an even number. Okay, if you have 13.5, if you have 14.5, like this is only for the zero point 0.5 cases. So here 12.5 is an even number, so we will always get an even number, which is 12 here. But if I were having here 13.5, so 13.5 is between 13 and 14, right? 13.5 is between 13 and 14. And I told you, whenever we have an even number, we will always get what? We will always get, like whenever we have any zero point 0.5, we will always get an even number. So here we have 0.5, which is 13.5, so you will always get an even number, which is 14 here. Why? Because 14 is the closest even number to 13.5. If I were having here 14.5, then 14.5 is between 14 and 15, right? 14.5 is between 14 and 15. So I would have get 14 here. If I were having 15 here, if I were having 15 here, so 15 is between 15 and 16. So I would have get 16 here. Understand? Easy. This is so easy, right? So this is only for the zero point 0.5 decimal thing. That's all. All right. 13.5 and 13.5 is like, if we have to choose even number, then it's gonna give us 14. So that's why we are getting 14 here. Understand? Do you understand, guys? Do you have any doubt, any question, anyone? Sunil, techie talks and all that. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Okay, if you don't have any doubt, then fine. Now we're gonna talk about important thing, that is modules. All right, now we're gonna talk about modules. So here we have a seventh question. Here we have a seventh question, and the seventh question is saying that we have to import the math module. This is our seventh question. Here we have to import the math module and find ceiling of 5.1, ceiling of 8.01, and ceiling of 19.99. So do you know what is the meaning of ceiling? All right. If you know what is the meaning of ceiling, that's good. If you don't know, then let me teach you. So first of all, we have math. Math is what? We have a math, and math is a module. Math is a module. So whenever you have a module, you have to import it. You have to import it. So I'm going to write here import math. Why? Because module is a Python file. Module is a Python file, and Python file you have to import it. You have to import a Python file. So here I'm going to write math, import math. Now the math module is imported, and now I have to find the ceiling of 5.1. So let's suppose we have a equals to 5.1, we have b equals to 8.01. All right, we have c equals to 19.99. Now what is the meaning of ceiling, guys? Ceiling का मतलब क्या है? छत, top. We have floor and ceiling. Floor and ceiling. Floor is ground, ceiling means top. So ceiling का मतलब है you will always get a top number. You will always get a greater or larger number. That is the meaning of ceiling. Easy. That is the meaning of ceiling. So if I write here print math dot seal of a. So why I'm writing math here? Why? Because you have to tell the Python that Python, listen to me, I'm going to use a math module which is whose name is math. So that's why I'm writing math here. And sealing is a method that is inside the math module. So that's why I'm writing math dot seal of a. So here we have ceiling of a. So what is the value of a? 5.1. And ceiling will always give you the larger number, the larger integer. So according to this, I should get what? I should get what? I should get, I should get 6. See, I'm getting 6. Easy. I'm getting 6 here. Again, if I write here print math dot seal, seal of what? Seal of 8.01. See, we have 8.01, just 0.01, just 0.01. But we are using ceiling function, so of course you're gonna get what? You're gonna get 9 here. You're gonna get 9 here. 6 and 9. Okay, we are getting 69. Now again, if I write here print math dot seal, and if I write here 19.99, so this one you will get 20 here. Easy. You will get 20 here. Any doubt regarding this? Hmm? You're getting 20 here. Now, guys, if you like the class, then you can hit the like button. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm just saying is if you like this class, if I'm teaching good, if you like the way I teach, then you may hit it. Otherwise, it's all right. Okay. Now I'm teaching you ceiling, but at the same time, let me just, I have this opportunity to teach you floor also. So here we also have math dot floor method in math module only. So I'm gonna write here math dot floor like this, and now you see that I'm having math dot floor of a and all that. So what you will do, like what you will get with floor? Floor का मतलब है ground. It means grounded. So you will get a grounded a smaller number. You will get a smaller number. So if you see, if I run the code, you will see that I'm going to get, here we were getting 6, but here we are getting 5. Here we were getting 9, here we are getting 8, 20 and 19. So that is the small difference in ceiling and floor. I hope you understand. It's a small difference in ceiling and floor. If you have any doubt in ceiling and floor, then let me know. Okay, I hope you understand. So this is about ceiling and floor. Now we have something, now like I mean now we have some interesting questions. All right, so now why? Because now we're going to talk about uh, random module. All right, we're going to talk about random module. So let me do one thing. My laptop is slow actually, so let me go here, and here this is our eighth question. This is our question number eighth, and it's saying that generate a random number between 1 and 20. What? We have to generate a random number between 1 and 20. Okay, how to do it? How we can do this? We can do this with the help of random module. We can do this with the help of random module. So again, if it's a module, then what we have to do? We have to import it. So I'm gonna write here import random like this. Okay, I'm gonna write import random, and in random module we have different things, but we have random dot random. When you write random dot random, it will give you a random number between 0 and 1. What? It will give you a random floating digit or floating number between 0 and 1. See, we are getting 0.79. Again, if I run the code, 0.63. Again, 0.225. Again, 0.546. Again, 230. Like, so you will get a random number between 0 and 1. Understand? This is our random mode, random dot random. Now if you want a random integer, so what we have to do, we have to write a random dot rand int, and we have to give a range. Like I want to generate a random integer from this range to this range. All right, so what I can do, I can write here the range is 1 and 20. So it will give me a random integer, random dot rand int. Rand int means random integer. So it will give me a random integer between 1 and 20. Now if I run the code, you will see that, I'm getting 17 here. So 17 is actually a random number between 1 and 20. I hope you understand. Now again, if I run the code, 14, again run the code, 17, again 12, again 18, again 9, again 6, and all that. See, we are getting random integer between 1 and 20. All right, so I hope you can, like, you get what I'm teaching you. All right, you are able to understand. Now we have our 10th question. Let's go to our 10th question. It's saying that the 10th question is this. Let me write. No, this is our, I think this should be our ninth question, not 10th. Okay, this should be our ninth question. So I'm going to write here question number ninth. This is our ninth question. Okay, so here it's saying that we have to generate a random number between 100 and 999. What? We have to generate a random number between 100 and 999. So what we have to do, we can write something like this. We can write here random dot rand int 100 and 999. So 100 means starting number and 999 means ending number. Now if I run the code, you will see that I'm getting 754, 207, 311, 191, 167, and all that. See, easy. It's that easy, right? It's so easy. Okay. If this is easy, then what we gonna do? We gonna solve our 10th question, and it's saying that the 10th question is saying, wait a second, the 10th What's going on, guys? And print them. We have our 10th question. This is our 10th question, and it's saying that what we have to do, we have to create a dice simulator where we have to generate a random number between 1 and 6, and we have to print them. So this is also easy. We have to, in simple words, we have to generate a random number between 1 and 6. So what I can do, I can write here something like this. I can write here a equals to random dot rand int. Why? Because we want to generate a random integer 1 and 6 like this, and then I can print that dice number and a. Okay, I can do something like this, easy. And guys, of course you have to import random, but we have imported random before, so you don't have to import it again and again. You just have to import any module once. So now if I run the code, you will see that I'm going to get dice number 5. So I want dice number 6. मुझे 6 चाहिए भाई. All right. So now again, let's run the code. All right. We got 6. I'm so lucky. See, I'm so lucky. We got 6. Okay. So that's how you actually generate a random number. That's how you actually generate a random number. Okay, fine. Now let's do one thing. You all have used it that we get random OTP. We get random OTP. So we can also create a random OTP. So let's do. We have our 11th question, question number 11th. Generate random OTP, random 4-digit OTP. All right. So we have to generate a random 4-digit OTP. How we can do it? Easy. You have to write here a equals to random dot rand int. Why? Because OTP will always be in integer. So that's why rand int. I have to write here rand int. And we have to generate a 4-digit OTP. So 4-digit means I have to write here 1000 and 999 four times. All right, like this. And now I'm gonna print it that your OTP is like this, and I'm gonna write a here. All right, and now you see if I run the code, you will see that I'm getting your OTP is 5851. All right, let's do it again. Your OTP is 6411. Again, your OTP is 736723. See, so that's how you can create a random OTP, guys. Do you understand or not? Hmm? Do you understand? Do you are getting whatever I'm teaching you or not? If you have any doubt till now, please ask me, because I think we are almost done with the questions, and now we're gonna start with we're gonna start string data type. We're gonna start string data type, which is important. All right. So now, if you have any doubt, if you have any question, please let me know. If you don't have any question, if you are a good boy, then that's great. Actually, that's so good and great. So I'm gonna write one more question, which is, let's go with one more question. It's saying that here we have a question number question number is 12th. All right, and what we have to do, we have to create two variables, and we have to find the area and parameter. We have to find the area and parameter. So again, this is also so easy. What we can do, we can write here variable a equals to 10 and variable b equals to 5. So if we have variable a equals to 10 and 5, it means that it might be in rectangle. It might be a rectangle. All right, so we have to find the area of rectangle and perimeter of rectangle. So what is the area? I can create a variable area equals to, what is the area? Area means length into breadth, like this. All right, and what is the perimeter? Perimeter is 2 into a plus b, like this. And now I can print them out. I can print like area is area, like this, and I can write print peri perimeter. Meter is perimeter. Okay, like this. And now if I run the code, you will see that it is giving me error. So here we have perimeter equals to, yes, this is the issue. Actually here, this is the issue. So what we have to do here, we have to write 2 multiply by a plus b, because in coding you have to write multiply, you have to write asterisk sign for the multiplication. We have to do this. Okay, so now if I run the code, you will see that it is giving me the area is 50 and the parameter is 30. Easy, easy, right? Okay. Okay, now let's do one more question. And mm, we have a question. Let's do one more question, and the question is very simple. It's saying that, question number 13, it's saying that we have to generate a random number between 1 and 10. All right, fine, ho jayega. If the number is greater than 5, then print lucky number, otherwise print try again. See, this is so easy, but if you're someone who is new to Python, and if you don't know about if else condition, then it might make you confused and all that, like what's going on. But I will teach you. All right, I will teach you in a simple way so that you able to understand. So what it's saying that we have to generate a random number between 1 and 10. That we can do, we can find or we can generate a random number between 1 and 10. All right, then it's saying that if the number is greater than 5, if you get a number that is greater than 5, then we have to print lucky number. We have to print lucky number, otherwise we're gonna print try again. Okay, let's do it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write here a equals to random dot rand int from 1 to 10. All right, and I'm gonna write if a is greater than 5. All right, if the value of a, it's so simple, it's just like simple English. If the value of a is greater than 5, then I want you to print lucky number, and I'm gonna print a. If this is not true, then I'm going to print else, print try again. All right. So now if you don't know about this colon and indentation and all that, so don't worry about that. It's just a syntax, a rule that we all follow. And now if I run the code, you will see that I'm getting try again. Why? Because my number must be less than 5. All right. Now again, if I run the code, you will see that I'm getting 9 here. So 9 is a lucky number. 9 is a lucky number. Easy. So I think that's fine. That's all we have to do. That's all we have to learn in numbers, and we solve questions and all that. So this is fine. I think this is fine. Okay. This is more than enough. I feel like this is more than enough. And I'm going to stop my screen share now. Now you can see my smart face. Okay. Now you can see my smart face. All right. Why? Because now after this, like now number is completed. Okay, and now we're gonna start strings. We're gonna start with strings. We're gonna learn what are strings and how we can create a string. We're gonna learn also about indexing and slicing, and then we're gonna learn about concatenation. We're gonna learn about f string, and we're gonna solve few uh we're gonna learn few methods that we have in strings. All right, we're gonna solve, like we're gonna learn few methods, because by strings में बहुत methods हैं यार. Strings में methods बहुत हैं, but we're not gonna learn them all. We're gonna learn few methods, and in the next class we're gonna learn few more methods and solve questions. All right, and we're gonna solve questions. Okay, fine, great. So guys, if you have any doubt till now, you can ask me. Sunil, and we have 2 or 3 people more. I don't know. Techie, if you're there, then you can ask me. And we're gonna start strings. All right, we're gonna start strings. So let me do one thing. Let me just create a new file. I'm gonna create a new Google Colab file, and I will actually upload this file today. All right, the numbers file, I'm gonna upload it today so that you can practice it. All right, So I'm going to create a new file and I'm going to share my screen with you. This is the file, and I'm going to name it like this. I'm going to name string 3 underscore life. Okay. So guys, we're going to learn strings. All right. We have Venki. Venki, man, how are you doing? How are you doing, Venki? Venki, and all we're gonna learn strings. Then tomorrow we're gonna solve questions on strings, and after that we're gonna learn about if else condition. I'm gonna teach you about if else condition. Then we're gonna learn about loops, and after loops we're gonna solve projects, one or two. Like we're gonna do projects one or two, and then we're gonna learn about again boring stuff like list, dictionary, set, and all that, and then oops and all that. All right. Thank you, Venki. Okay, let's go, guys. It will take again. It will take half an hour and all that. So if you want to learn live with like from me, then you can join. You may stay with me. It will take some time. All right, not that much, but half an hour. All right. So let's start with strings in Python. String data type in Python. Okay. So, first of all, what are strings? What are strings? Strings are nothing but these are the text. These are, like string is a text. Or if I have to write, then I can write something like this. I can write that string in Python is a sequence of characters. I can write like this. That strings in Python is a sequence of characters, and I can write used to represent text. Used to represent text. All right. This is a bit technical definition. You might you might think like what's going on. See, if I talk about in a simple word, all right, in a simple words, I will write whatever, whatever inside quotations is a string. All right. So whenever you see anything inside a quotation, a single quote, double quote, triple quote, whatever quotes, it is a string. Okay. Whenever you see anything inside a quotation, it's a string. For example, for example, let's create an example. Let's create a name equals to Mike. So here the Mike is a string. Why? Because Mike is inside a quotation. So strings are actually text that we have in Python. Like these are text. All right. So Mike is a string. Okay. Country, country equals to, let's go with, he's from Mexico. Now I can write Mexico inside this single quote. This is also fine. Okay, like this. So Mexico is again a string. Hmm? Job is in charge of, something like that. All right, I I don't know what I'm writing. So how to create a string? We can create a string with the help of double quoting here. We can create a string with the help of single quotes. We can write here single quotes. We can create a string with the help of single quotes. And if you want to create a multi-line string, if you want to create a multi-line string, that we can do with the help of triple quotes. All right. So there are three ways that we can use to create a string. Understand? There are actually three ways to create a string. So we use triple quotations whenever we want to use a whenever we want to create a multiple line of string. At that time we use triple quotations. Okay. Now the point is that if you're starting with a double quote, you have to end it with a double quote. All right. If you're starting with a double quote, you have to end it with a double quote. If I write here single quote and now if I run the code, it will give me error. It will give me error. If I'm starting with a single quote, I have to end it with a single quote. If I'm starting with a double triple quotation, I have to end it with a double triple quotation. If I'm starting with a double single quotation like this, all right, single triple quotation like this, then I have to end it with a single triple quotation. That is the simple rule. Okay, that is a that's a simple rule. Understand? Fine. Okay, great. Now, how to find the length of a string? We have a function, inbuilt function called length function to find the length of string. All right. So let's suppose I want to find the length of this string name. I will write length of name like this. Now, if I run the code, you will see that it is giving me 4. If you want to count, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are actually 4 letters. If I want to find the length of job, I will write length of job like this, and you will see that it is giving me 39. So it means that this string is having 39 characters. This string is having 39 characters. Understand? So that's how, like, that's what, like, that's the string for us. But you might be wondering, like, you might be saying, like, why we have to use single or double quotes? You know, you might be wondering, like, why we have to use single or double quotes. I mean, it's like, I can understand that we have triple quotations to create a multiple line string, right? We have a triple quotation to create a multi-line string. That's fine. But why we have to use double and single quotes? The reason is actually quite simple. We have to use double or single quote because let's suppose you have a text. Let's suppose you have a text like equals to I am learning Python. All right, like this. Now you have a single quote here. But if I start this string with a single quote and end this string with a single quote like this, and now if I run the code, you will see that Python will give me an error. Python is giving me an error. Why? Because for Python, this is the starting single quote, and here this is the ending single quote, right? Because you cannot give extra single quote. Python will think that this is where the string is starting, all right, and this is where the string is ending. But that will give an error. So to solve this issue, we can write something like this. We can write here double quote. We can start this string with a double quote and end this string with a double quote. And now if I run the code, you will see that there's, and you will be like, all right, bhaiya or sir or MJ, whatever, this is fine, all right. But let's suppose if I want to write something like this, if I want to write like this, uh, greet equals to he said hello. If I want to write something like this, then what you can do, if you have to write something like this, then you have an option. You can write here single quote, and you can also write here single quote. And now if I run the code, you will see that it's going to give me fine result. Okay, it's going to give me result. But the point is, let's suppose I want to use something like this. I want to write I want to write a equals to I'm learning Python and data science. All right. I mean, I have to use single quote and double quote inside my string. I have to use it. I don't know, I have to use it. Then what to do? Because now I cannot use single quote or double quotes. It will not work. For this, we have something called escape sequence character. We have something called escape sequence character. We have something called escape or I can write here escape character. What is the meaning of escape character? It will actually escape your error. It will actually escape your error. What I mean by that, see here, I have to use double quotes. So what I can do, I can write here one backslash. And here again, I have to use double quote. I can write here one backslash. And now if I run the code, you will see that there's no error. There's no error. Now if I run the code, you will see that there's no error. Here also I can write backslash. So whenever you want to escape these quotations, whenever you want to escape the error from Python, you can use escape sequence character. You can write a backslash or a back tick or a backslash before the quotations. That's inside the string. Understand? Venki, Sunil, anyone, if you have any doubt, please let me know. So this is the working of escape sequence character. I mean, I know it's a bit confusing, like like what the hell is going on and all, but this is how it works. This is how it works. Okay, this is how it works. So fine. I hope now you learn about strings. Now you know what are strings and all that, how strings work. Okay, I hope. Now what we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about very simple thing, that is, I want to talk about indexing. All right. I want to talk about indexing. What is the meaning of indexing? Please tell me again, escape character, Ajit. See, Ajit, we have this, we can write strings, we can create strings with the help of single quotation or double quotation, right? So if you're writing, if you're starting your string with a single quote, you have to end your string with a single quote, right? But let's suppose there's there's a condition where you have to use single and double quote inside a string also. Like, of course, you are using single or double quotes to create a string, but you also have to use them inside a string. So if you do that, the Python will get confused, like from where your string is starting and where it is ending. It will get confused because you have too many quotations. To escape it, to escape the error, we have escape sequence character, which is backslash. If you write a backslash before the quotation, see, I put a backslash before this single quote. So what it will do, it will escape it. It will tell the Python, like, see, this is not the quotation that you thinking about. All right, it's a quotation that is inside a string, so please escape it. Please do not read it as a ending or starting of the string. Please escape it. All right, so that's what I'm doing here with the double quote also. Python will escape it, this quotation and this one also. All right, so it's a way. Fine. Now we gonna talk about indexing. What is indexing? If I write here x equals to Python, all right, so it means that the each and every letter of Python, each and every letter of Python have their index number. For example, if I write here Python. So it means that P is having the index number 0, Y is having the index number 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Right? Each and every letter of a string is having an index number. So indexing starts from 0. Indexing starts from 0. This is important. Indexing starts from 0. This is important. All right. So we start indexing from 0. And now, why we have indexing? So that if we want to get any one particular letter, we can do that. If we want to access any one particular letter from the string, then we can get it, we can do it. How? If, let's suppose, if I print my x, I will get the entire Python, right? I will get the entire Python. That's true, that's fine. But let's suppose I don't want Python, I just want P letter from Python. I just want P. I want single letter. So what I can do, I can write here py print, and then I can write x, and then to use indexing, you have to write square bracket. You have to write square bracket, and then you write the index number. What is the index number of p? The index number of p is 0, right? The index number of p is 0, so I'm going to write here 0. And now if I run the code, you will see that I'm going to get p. Understand? Let's suppose I want to access o. I want to access o from Python. So how I can do that? I have to write the index number of o. What is the index number of o here? Say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The index number of o is 4. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write here print. Again, what is the syntax? First, you have to write the name of the variable, which is x here. Then you write square bracket. You have to write square bracket to find the index number. So square bracket, and then inside the square bracket, I have to write the index number, which is 4. Now, if I run the code, you will see that I'm going to get p and o. Understand? Okay. In the same way, let's suppose I want to access n. I'm going to write a print x, then square bracket, and the index number of n is 5. I will run the code. You will see that I'm getting n. Get it? Okay. Now this is the indexing. Now let's suppose we have Python is high level language. All right, we have something like this. Now I want to access L here. Let me just comment it out. I want to access, I want to get L, this last L. Or no, let's suppose I want to access E here, this last E. I want to get E. So to get E, we have something called negative indexing. Why? Because if you want to access E, you're not gonna count. You're not gonna count from here like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and all. No. It's gonna like waste your time. It's gonna waste a lot of your time. You're not gonna count like this. So what you can do, you can count from the very end. Start counting from the very end of the string. So if you count from the end of the string, then here you should start with -1. So E is at the index number -1, then -2, then -3, then -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. The space is also having an index number. All right, space is also having an index number. So like -9 or 10, then 11, then 12, 13, 14, 15, all that. Okay. If I want to access this E here, so I'm going to write here, I'm going to use negative indexing, and here I'm going to write here print x of square bracket -1 like this. And now if I run the code, you will see that I'm going to get E here. I'm going to get E. Easy. I'm going to get E. Okay. So again, if I want to access G, if I want to access, let's suppose if I want to access this A. So what is the negative index number of this A? See, -1, -2, -3. So I'm going to write here print x of -3. And now if I run the code, you will see that I'm going to get A. I'm going to get A. Ajit, Venki, are you getting? This is indexing. This is indexing that we have in Python. All right. Okay, fine. Now let's suppose I want this language. I want this full word language. I don't want any letter. I want language. All right. So if you want a language, if you want the entire letter, for that we're gonna learn about slicing in strings. So what I mean by slicing? Slicing means I slice. I'm gonna slice mango. Why? Because I love mangoes. So I'm gonna slice a piece of mango and I'm gonna eat it. So whenever you want to slice a string, you want a part of a string. It means that you want a part from the string. That is the meaning of slicing. So how we do like how we can do it? So let's suppose the syntax of the slicing, let me just tell you. The syntax of slicing is actually easy. What you have to do, you have to write x, you have to write the name of the variable, which is x here. Then you write starting index number. What you have to write the starting index number, like from which index number you want to start. Okay, from which index number you want to start, and you write colon, this is colon, and then you write ending index number. Okay, you write ending index number. Now I'm going to talk about this variable only, so I'm going to copy and print it out like this. Okay, fine. Now let's suppose I want Python, I want full word Python. I don't want any letter, I want full word Python. So what I can do, guys, what I can do, I'm going to use slicing. I'm going to slice a piece of string. I'm going to slice a piece from the string. So I'm going to write here x square bracket. Then what we have to do first, we have to write the starting index number. So we want to start from Python. So what is the starting index number of P? 0, right? Because we are starting from here. So I'm going to write the starting index number P, which is 0, then write colon, and we have to write the ending index number. So what is the ending letter? N. So let's count the index number: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to write 5 here. Now if I run the code, you will see that, you will see I'm not getting Python. No, 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 I'm not getting Python. I'm getting Pyto. We are just getting Pyto. We are not getting N here. Why we are not getting N? We are not getting N here because there's a rule, and it says that if you're using slicing, then it means that your starting index number is inclusive. I mean, it will be counted, but your ending index number is ending index number is exclusive. It will not be counted. What I mean by that, if you write 5 here, it will not count till 5, it will only count till 4. If you write 5 here, it will not count till 5, it will only count till 4. If you write 6 here, it will count till 5 only. Now if I run the code, you will see that now I'm getting Python. So you have to write one extra number, you have to write one larger number. Understand? The starting number is fine, the 0 is inclusive, but the ending index number is exclusive. So you have to write one extra number. Understand? This is how slicing work, right? Now if I want, I can write like this: print. Okay, and we're gonna get Python. Fine. Now in the same way, let's suppose I want language. So again, for this one, we're gonna use negative indexing. How? I can write here print x, then bracket, then we want to start from L. So instead of counting from like here, I'm gonna use a negative indexing. Like I can count from here because this will be easy for me. So I'm gonna write here, I'm gonna count -1, -2, -3, -4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So L is at the index number -8. L is at the L is at the index number -8. So I'm gonna write here -8 colon, and now what is the index number of E? What is the index number of E? The index number of E is -1. So if I write -1, now if I run the code, you will see something different. That is, I'm not getting language, I'm getting langue. Like the E is not here. Why? Why E is not here? The E is not here because of this. See, read this line: the ending index number is exclusive. So if you write -1, it will not count till -1, it will only count till lower number, which is -2. So that's why you are getting G here. So this, what is the solution? Can you tell me, Venki or Ajit? What is the solution? What I should write here in place of -1? What I should write? Can you tell me, guys? Anyone? Venki saying 0. Ajit saying -9. Let's try both. 0. Let's try 0. And now if I run the code, you will see that I'm going to get Python. I'm not like this is something else. I'm getting, all right, let me just commit it out. And now if I run the code, you will see that I'm not getting anything here. Why? Because guys, 0 is the index number of P already. Remember, 0 is the index number of P. So you cannot write 0 here because you are starting from -8 and you're writing 0, so you're going backward and all, like what are you trying to do? So you will not get any answer. And Ajit saying -9, so I'm going to write here -9, and now if I run the code you will see that I'm going to get nothing. Actually I'm getting some, like if I write here -10 you will see that again I'm going to get nothing here. -9 -1. All right, there's someone who's saying minus blank monu. Yes. So let's write -9 and -1 also. Now if I run the code you will see that I'm getting again language. Monu is right. We have to leave it blank. Why? Because let me tell you, if I write here -8, so if I leave it blank and now if I run the code you will see that it's going to give me language. So what I mean by that, when you leave something like index number blank, it means that you're telling Python that I want to start from -8 index number. I'm gonna start from -8 index number and I want to go all the way till end, because I'm not giving any ending index number, so I want to go all the way till end. That's the meaning of blank. All right, so if I write here -20, so it means that I'm starting from, I want to start from -20 index number and the ending index number is blank. So blank means I want to go all the way till end, all the way till end. So that's the only solution. Blank, leaving blank is the solution. Now you might be wondering, like if I leave the starting number blank also, what will happen? Nothing. You will get the whole string. Python is high level language. Why? Because you're telling Python that I want to start from the very starting of the string and I want to go all the way till end. I want to start from the very starting of the string and I want to go all the way till end. That's what you're telling Python. So that's why you are getting full string. Now let's suppose you want to start from the starting and you want to go till 10 index number. So it will be like this. Python is easy. So if you leave blank, if you blank leave blank any index number, it's saying that you want to go all the way till end or you want to start from the starting. Okay, so that is the way we write. Now we know how to slice from left to right. We know how to slice from right to left, which is negative indexing, negative slicing. Now we're gonna talk about slicing with steps. All right. Now we're gonna talk about something called slicing. Slicing with steps. I mean, you want to slice what you want to slice with steps. All right. You want to slice, but you want to slice with steps. So the real syntax of slicing is something like this. You write x, which is name of the variable, then you write your starting index number, then you write your ending index number, and then you write your step. Step is optional. By default, step is 1. Step is optional also. By default, step is 1. So that's why you get every letter. See, right here, if I write here x, and I want to start from the starting and I want to go till 20. But if I write 1 here, you will get Python is high level. Why? Because by default step is 1. It means that jump one step. But if I write here, guys, if I write here 2 instead of 1, if I write here 2, and now if I run the code, you will see that we are getting Pito Sigi like this. All right. Why? Because now we are saying that I want you to jump every two, like I want you to jump 2 steps. I want you to jump 2 steps. So you see, I'm getting here, like we are starting from 0. So 0, then 1 step, then 2 steps. So, it's just like this. We are starting from 0, which is y, then 1 step is which is p, and 1 step is y, and the second step is t. So that's why it will skip y and we are getting t here. Then after t, it will again jump 2 steps, which is h first step, and then it will land on o. So we are getting o here. then we have n, and then we have space. We are getting space here. Then we have I, then we have s. So it will actually skip, like jump 2 steps. All right. If I write here 3, it will jump 3 steps. Figle, like figle, like we are getting this. If I want the entire string, I will write, I will uh, blank, keep, leave blank the ending index number. And now if I run the code, this is our entire string, and we are jumping 3 steps. All right. So this is strings with, like slicing with a step, slicing with steps. All right. Okay. Understand. Fine. Now we're gonna talk something easy. All right. Now we're gonna talk something easy. It looks scary. I hope, like till now, I hope you understand about slicing and indexing. All right. I hope you understand slicing and indexing. If you have any doubt, Monu, Ajit, Venki, if you have any doubt, please let me know. If you have any doubt, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna teach you something which sound scary, which is concatenation in string. It sounds so scary, but it's so simple. It is actually so simple. Okay, Ajit, you don't have any doubt. Venki, actually, it's easy also. So of course, you don't have any doubt. It's fine. I didn't understand steps, Ajit. Steps means, whenever you want to see, by default, the step value is 1. By default, step value is 1. So when you slice, it means that it will jump 1 step every single time. But let's suppose I don't want to jump 1 step, I want to jump 2 steps. So I can write here 2. I can write here 2. I can write 2 here. So when I write 2, and when I slice, it will jump every 2 steps. So it will not give me Python like this. It will give me P, and then it will skip Y, and it will jump to second step, which is T. So it's gonna give me PT, and then it will again jump 2 steps. So it will jump on O. Then it will skip H. So it's just a step. We are jumping 2 steps, or we are jumping 3 steps. In negative, all right, Venki, actually, thank you so much that you reminded me about negative. All right, because I forgot about negative thing. So yeah, in negative also, let me just teach you. Let's suppose you want to slice from negative, like you want to start from -20 and go, like come all the way till end, and you want to skip 2 steps. So you can see that if I write here 1, if I write here 1, I'm gonna get high level language. And if I write here the same thing, if I write here the same thing, I'm gonna copy this one, and I will paste it, and I will print both of them. Okay, like this. And I'm gonna print this one too, like this. And now you can see that here, if I write 2, it's gonna give me, see, it's gonna give me, uh, we have this -2. It's gonna skip 2 steps again. It's gonna skip 2 steps. Now in the same way, if I want to start, if I want to start from the starting, and I want to go all the way till end, like starting index number, ending index number, but I want to start from the end. I want to start from the end. So I can write here -1. So what it will do, it will actually reverse a string. It will actually reverse a string. See, the string is reversed now. The string is reversed now. And this is a question that a lot of people ask, like how we can reverse a string. In Python, there are a lot of ways, and this is one of the most simplest way to reverse a string. This is one of the most simplest way to reverse a string in Python. Okay. So this is, I have to teach you that how we can reverse a string in Python. All right. Now we're going to talk about concatenation in string. What is the meaning of concatenation? Concatenation means joining more two or two or more strings together. So whenever we want to join two or more strings together, that is the meaning of concatenation. For example, here we have name equals to Venki, and I have name 1, name 2 equals to, let's suppose we have Monu. All right, we have Monu. Okay, so now I want, like, I have these two strings and I want to join them together. I want to join them together. So what I can do, I can write like this. I can concatenate them. I can write your name plus name 2 like this. And now if I run the code, you will see that I'm getting Venki Monu. See, you guys are sounding so cute. Venki and Monu. But let's suppose I want to give a space between you. All right, I don't want you guys to be that close, so I'm going to write here plus, then quotation space, and then plus again. See, now we have a space between Venki and Monu like this. Okay, this is concatenation. This is means, like, this is the meaning of concatenation of a string. Now let's suppose I want to form a sentence. I want to form a sentence. I want to create a sentence like, uh, I can, Venki, can you tell me from where you are? And Monu also. Like, I can write here, I am from, like, I can write hi, my name is, and now I will write name. I will write name is plus name, then plus, and I am from. Let's suppose you are from India. Of course, you are from India, but from your name, let's suppose you are from Mumbai. All right. Let's suppose you're from Mumbai. Okay, fine. Okay. So, all right. So now if I run the code, you will see that I'm getting hi, my name is Venki, and I'm from Mumbai. Right. So what I'm doing here is actually I'm doing concatenation. I'm writing a string like this, and wherever I have to use a name of the variable, I have to use a variable. I'm writing plus here. I'm writing the name of the variable, then plus again, then again I'm writing a string, and again I'm writing a string. So that's the concatenation for us. Monu, you're from Mumbai. So again, if I have to create a sentence, then again I will write print hi, my, this is important, my name is. Now again I want to write Monu. I can write Monu, but I want to use a variable. So I will go and I will write plus here, and I will write the name of the variable, which is name 2, then again plus, and then again I will write, and I am from Mumbai. Now let's suppose Mumbai also, I want to create a city variable, city equals to Mumbai, like this. All right. So again, I can write I'm from, get out of the string, write plus, and I can write Mumbai like this. All right. Sorry, I have to write city here. See? So this is concatenation that we have in string. This is concatenation. Now let's suppose I want to write age equals to you are 18 plus. So I'm gonna write 18 here. All right, I'm gonna write 18 here. Now I want to create a sentence like, hi, my name is MJ, MJ, and and I am. Now I have to use 18. I am plus. I'm gonna write age 18, then again plus years old like this. Okay, and now if I run the code, it's gonna give me error. It's gonna give me error, and it's gonna say no, you're not 18. Stop lying. See why it is giving me error. See why it is giving me error. It is giving me error that it's saying that can only concatenate string to string, not int. Why? Because this 18 here is a number, this 18 here is a number. Where it's go? What's going on, guys? Here, this 18 here is a number, right? This 18 here is a number, it's an integer, so you cannot concatenate a string to integer. Of course, you cannot add a string and integer together, you cannot do that. That's not allowed, you cannot do that, right? You 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 can not add a string and integer together, you cannot do that. Like let's suppose you want to write a plus 5. Can you add a plus 5? Like let's suppose a is a string. Let's suppose a is a string. So can you add this? No, you cannot do that. So that's what is saying here. You cannot add a string and integer together. So if you want to solve this issue, instead of writing plus here, you can write here comma. Just write comma. And now if I run the code, you will see that I'm getting this sentence. So this is one more way. You can write plus also if you want. You can write comma also, and you can write hi, my name is MJ and I am 18 years old. You can do this. But if you see, then you will notice that here we have a lot of quotations, then we have to give comma again, then write the name of the variable, then write comma again, then again quotations and all. It's too much, right? The difference is nothing. It's just like when we write plus, when we use plus in Python, in a language, plus means we want to add something, right? Because uh, plus means adding. So here we try to add a string, and age means age is 18, a string and integer together. So we cannot do this. And here we writing a comma. Comma means we just it's a separator. That's all. It means that we are not trying to add a string and an integer together, we are just separating them. But the point I'm trying to make here is that it's too much. Here we have a lot of commas, a lot of quotation and all that. It's too messy, right? It's too messy. But I'm a fan of messy, guys. Right. So it's too messy. But there's a way to solve this, and the way is something called f string. F string means formatted string. We can format a string in a way. We can write here print, and whenever you want to use f string, you have to write f, so that you can tell the Python that I'm going to use f. Then write quotations. You can write single quote or double quote, it's all up to you. And then you can write a sentence like hi, my name is MJ and I am. Now here I have to use 18, which is a variable. So whenever you want to write a variable, please write your variable inside curly brackets. So I'm gonna write here curly brackets like age, years, years old. And now if I run the code, you will see that I'm getting a clean sentence. Hi, my name is Angie and I'm 18 years old. And you can see this, compare this line with this line. Say which one is more clean and clear. Here we don't have to use quotations again. Here we don't have to use comma or plus again. We just start with a single, we just start with the quotation, and we're ending it with the quotation, and everything is going so smooth, so fine. Again, because this is important. All right. How to use f string? We have our favorite name, Mike. I don't know why. We have our age. Mike is 65. And now I want to print that hi, my name is Mike and I'm 65 years old. And I want to use f string. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write here print. You have to write f, then you write quotations. You can write single quote, double quote. It's all up to you. And just write a sentence like hi, my name is. Now I have to write Mike. So I have to use variable. So I'm going to write here curly brackets like this and name, and I am 65, which is again age, years old. Okay, now if I run the code, you will see that I'm getting hi, my name is Mike and I'm 65 years old. Easy. So this is, guys, f string for us. This is f string for us. I hope you understand. Okay, this is f string for us. Till here, if you have any doubt, let me know. All right, after this we're just going to talk a little bit about string methods. We have string methods, like how we can play with strings, like how we can make a string in uppercase, how we can make a string in lowercase, how we can make it capitalize, title, and all that. Okay, and we have few more methods, so it will hardly take 10 more minutes. Okay, so let's suppose we have a string here, x equals to uh, Japan is beautiful, beautiful country, and I wanna visit next year. Let's suppose I have this string and I want to make it in uppercase or lowercase or something like that. So for that, I have string methods. What are methods? Methods are nothing but these are the functions, but these functions are specifically or specific for strings. So that's why we call them methods. Okay, these are functions only. So let's suppose I want to make this string in uppercase, so I can write x dot upper like this, and of course it's a function. Then I have to write parenthesis, and now if I run the code, you will see that the entire string is in uppercase now. Japan is beautiful country. I want to visit next year. Okay, now it is in uppercase. If I want to make it in lowercase, which it is already in lowercase, so I can write like this. If I want to make it in capitalized case like this, if I run the code, you will see that Japan is pretty. I want to visit next year. Capitalize means the first letter of the paragraph or the sentence will be capital. That's all. And now if I want to make it in title case, title case means the first letter of every sentence will be capital. See, J is capital and I is capital. That's all. Easy, right? It's so easy. You just have to practice it. That's all. You just have to practice it. That's all. All right. Now we have few more methods like strip method, replace method, and we have split method. We have membership operator and all that. But I think we're gonna do that in the next class. What do you say, guys? What do you think? Do you want to continue or do you want to learn these methods in the next class? Because in the next class we're going to talk about methods and we're going to solve questions. So what do you say? Shall I continue 5-10 more minutes, or we should stop now? Come on, let me know your answer. Let me know what do you think, guys. Venki, Monu, Ajit, Ajit Yadav, what do you think? I think we should stop it today, or we, or do you want me to continue? I'm getting no response from you guys, so I might assume you must be bored or you must be feeling sleepy. Continue 5 more minutes. Okay, Ajit wanna study. Mono is saying next class. Okay, fine. Uh, all right. Let me strip down the string. Right. Let me just strip down the string. Okay. So I'm just gonna teach you one method that is strip down a string. This is interesting. All right. So let me just write here. Strip down a string. So what I mean by that, what I mean when I say that, when I like, let's strip down a string. Let's suppose you have a string here, space, 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 Python, space, 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 like this. All right. So we have extra space and I want to strip down this extra space. I want to strip down the extra space. So what I can do, I have a method called strip like this. And now if I run the code, you will see that it remove the space from the left hand side of the string and the right hand side of the string. It's gonna strip down the string. Easy, strip down, right? But let's suppose we have a space in between a string like this, and now if I run the code, it will do nothing. It will only work in the starting and at the end of the string. That's all. If you have space in between the string, it's not gonna work. All right. If you have space in the starting of the string or at the end of the string, it's gonna remove that space. That is the method called strip down a string. Okay. So guys, we will close the class here. I hope you like the class. I hope you enjoy it. And if you want me to improve anything, if you want me to give any suggestion or whatever you feel like, you can let me know. You have, if you are in the group, you can let me know. You can message me some suggestions if you have any, or if you have suggestions right now, you can write in the chat option. Okay, you can write any suggestion, any doubt. If you have, you may let me know. And in the next class we talk about we're gonna continue strings, and we're gonna talk about questions. We're gonna solve questions on strings, because questions on strings are really really important. They're important. Okay, so we're gonna talk about questions and all. So I think this is all for this class. Okay, and how to stop my screen share like this. Okay, I think this is all for this class, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, till then, take care. Bye bye. I will just wait for a few more minutes. If you have any doubt, you may let me know. Okay, guys, bye.